Hello and welcome to healthyhouseplants.com, where we teach you all about gardening in the great indoors. If you'd like to support our show, please use our Amazon affiliate link below. Today, I am going to show you how to prune Kalanchoe. This was a question on my video on growing these beauties indoors from Jody G. And thank you for asking that question because it makes a great video to show you here. So I've got a little miniature Kalanchoe here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to prune this beauty. So here we go. I am pruning. I want to, before I do that, let me back up. Okay, so what you want to do before you prune it is to make sure it needs pruning, okay? But as you can tell, most likely what's happening for Jody too is that it starts to get long on top, and then it will lean, and that's not a good look. And it's actually better for the plant to put more energy into branching out rather than just growing one long stem or two or three long stems. So if you do prune, it's going to get more compact for you and look better, okay? So what you need to do is you need to prune down. Always when you're pruning on any plant, you want to prune to just above a set of leaves. The reason you want to prune to just above a set of leaves is because in those leaves there is a hormone that initiates new growth, new branching out when you cut. If I were to cut up here below the leaves here, what would end up happening is that this stem here would just sit there. So I wouldn't get any new growth down here for a while until the stem fell off on its own. So it would have to die back, fall off on its own, and then the growing would start from that point. Then the growth hormone for the leaves would be initiated at that point, okay? So point being, you're better off. You're going to save a lot of time. And some plants will even keep that stem on there for months, okay? So you're better off just pruning the right way in the first place to get the plant to do what you want to do. So when you're doing this, what you want to do is you want to look at the plant and you want to think, okay, well, what makes sense in terms of cutting back? Where should I cut back to make the plant look rounded, to make the plant look well-formed, to make the plant look like it's balanced, right? Another thing to keep in mind, which I mentioned in pruning videos too, whenever you do prune a plant, a house plant, and even outdoor plants, you do not want to prune more than 1/3 of the plant at one pruning. And when you finish that 1/3, you want to wait several months, generally speaking, unless it's a real fast grower. But usually you want to wait a few months before you prune again, okay? So keeping that in mind when you're pruning, don't over prune. Think of it as if you were cutting someone's hair. You don't want to just start hacking off at their scalp, right? Number one, they wouldn't be happy with you. The plant won't be happy with you either. So go slowly. You can even cut off one level and then you may look at it and think, you know what? I think I want to go down another level. But do it judiciously, do it slowly, turn the plant around as you prune, make sure that it's looking good from all directions as you do that as well. Okay, so now I am going to prune the plant. I've decided I am going to go on this one. I'm going to go to here. So see here, I've got that. We can also even propagate these here too as well. I'm going to turn this, and this one I'm going to go down 2 sets of leaves too. I'm going to go to here. What will happen from this point here is that you will get new growth coming out of both sides. So what you're doing is you're making it bushier that way. It's going to start growing bushier as opposed to just one long stem. Okay, so I'm looking at it here. This one I'm just going to take off the top, and I'm going to go right to this first leaf here. There we go. And this last one, so you can see now, if I just were to keep this like this, it would be, this one would grow out and these would grow bushy. So I do want to finish the job here. I'm going to go down, I'm going to try going down just one level here. I think that looks good. So that does look nice and balanced now. I'm going to get more growth in there. It is now summertime going into spring, going into summertime now, where I'm located in Southern California. So this is the vegetative period of the Kalanchoe where it's just going to put on new leaves. So this is a great time to prune them. So because they are not going to be, generally speaking, unless they still have flowers on them, but they're not going to be budding up just yet. They will start budding up later. So now is a good time to prune them so that you don't cut off any latent buds that may be forming. So perfect timing for this. Thank you for asking about that, Jody. Okay, so now you see I have these little guys here. And the Kalanchoe is a succulent. So what I can do is take this, and I can also save these, and I can root these. You can root in sand, you can root in vermiculite, you can root, there's some rooting mixtures. I'm going to be doing videos coming up here on propagating them as well. But the first thing you want to do is let this end callus off so that you can then plant it. And I do have a video on that too. So I will put links below on that. But do save the cuttings. So now you can see she looks really nice. She's nice and even. She's ready to start putting on some more roots, and as she puts on more roots, she will put on more leaves and look fabulous and be ready to flower, bud up and flower for the next season, which will be later in the year. Thank you for stopping by today. Please leave any comments about any indoor gardening tutorials you'd like to see. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And please check the bell if you'd like to be notified when new videos are released.